The research topic proposal is a required assignment. You can see here, if you want to get essay credit, you've got to turn this in. And this is a way for me to give you feedback on your ideas before you actually start writing any of the major essays, so that you're not going to, do a lot of work and then I'm going to tell you that your topic is too broad or it's not working or something like that. So it's really important that you do your best on this, but you don't earn points because your answers are perfect. I assess most of these based on, are they complete, and did you actually make a reasonable attempt to answer the question, right? If you didn't make a complete answer, if you left something out, or if you did something that isn't anything what I asked for, then obviously you're going to get points taken off. So let's kind of walk through each question. The first question asks you to pose a research question that you will then research. And if we come back over here to, let me make this, I don't know why it was so low, zoomed out so much. If you go back here, and this is under the research topic proposal module, you'll see, again, pick a research topic. We've been here before, but I said to kind of ignore the research question part at that point. Well, here's where you can go there. And these are links that show you how to write research questions. So again, I like this is a nice little graphic here. But basically, you're asking the question that you want the answer to. And the best kind of research questions are ones that do not assume an answer, that you do leave them open-ended, because that's what your research is going to do. It's going to help you find the answers. And so there are some resources here that can help you out answering that question. And of course, I also have this about, what makes a good research topic. I've already pointed this out to you in a previous video. So that's what we're doing in that first question. The second one, again, you're looking at your master guide to academic essay and rhetoric, that section on how the 5 types of claims. And so I'm going to expect to see one of the 5 types there. So definition, cause, value, policy, and fact are the 5 kinds. So you need to pick which one you think is the claim that you're going to make. The third question here is about, you just kind of explaining in a few sentences what you believe to be your initial position, and what is one concern that you have about, whether, there's going to be enough evidence, do you know enough about it? Again, what's one concern that you have about taking on that topic? Number 4 asks you to write an argumentative thesis. So you can see that if my claim is one of policy up here, then my argumentative thesis should be a claim of policy. And so you can see here that I'm asking the courts to clarify the law. Well, law is policy, and so it's going to match my claim. Now let me say this at this point. The type of claim you make and the stance you're going to take, as well as other things like the audience, those are things that might change as we go through the different stages of the process before we get to that final essay, which is your research paper. So at this point, put down what you think you're going to be going for, but realize that, as long as you're staying within the same topic, after I give you the proposal back, there are several places that you can tweak and change as you get research in and you find out that, well, my audience is really much better if it's this instead of this group. And, I think I'm really making a claim of value and not policy, right? Those are things that can easily change and not mess with what your topic or focus is too much. So again, remember, for a thesis, we have to have a subject and an attitude. You actually have to take a position. So you need to have chosen something that is arguable or debatable, all right? So again, if you don't have a clear position that's argumentative, then you could lose points for that. Your ideal audience, again, there might be multiple audiences, but I want you to identify specifically what is one group. And so, don't say, well, anyone, right? Think about very specifically who would be your perfect audience. And that doesn't mean that there aren't other people that could read it and find information that would help them change their minds. But, identify one group that you really want to tailor this to. Number 6 is a chance for you to then show me why it matters to you. So what is your personal interest here? And then why do you think it should matter to your audience? And I will say this is one that I oftentimes find students leave incomplete. They end up talking about themselves, but they don't indicate anything about why they think their audience should care. And remember, those are not necessarily ever going to be the same. Why you might care about something and believe in it is not necessarily how you're going to appeal to your audience, because they're different than you are, right? So I want to see, again, very clear those two different things. Number 7, I want you to give me 3 preliminary reasons to support your claim. These should function like a topic sentence kind of, so they should be complete sentences. And again, look at the example here that I've given you in blue to see how those work. Now again, these will probably change once you get to actually writing your paper. What I want you to think of though is, if you were just writing an opinion paper at this point on the topic you chose, what do you think would be 3 reasons that you could give your reader to support your argument? Okay. Number 8 identifies what is a counter argument. So what might someone be arguing against your position, right? And again, this might be something that you use in your final essay, but it might also be something that changes depending on, what you find in your research process. And then finally, the last part, and I don't have examples here for you, but you need to find 3 academic sources that you could use in a paper on your topic and give the works cited entries for those. And I'll have a video that kind of walks through some works cited details for you. But again, you can use your Keys for Writers. Again, as long as you're following MLA 8th edition rules, then you'll be fine using a variety of sources to help you do your works cited entries. Okay, so again, this isn't a difficult assignment. It will take a little time, but it's really just asking you about what are your thoughts when it comes to your topic at this point.